There's a reason we here in the UK refer to farts as Trumps. Who knew the same stink would apply to a sitting president who is catastrophically out of his depth? Right, so Donald Trump has ordered what he himself described as a total and complete blockade of Venezuelan oil tankers. He's backed that order with naval force in the Caribbean. He's justified it by declaring Venezuela's leadership a terrorist organization without publicly presenting evidence to substantiate that designation at all, of course. Stripped of rhetoric, this is not a tweak to sanctions policy or a law enforcement measure. It's a blatant attempt to choke a state's primary source of revenue into submission through coercion at sea. But what makes this escalation different from the ones that came before is not just the language, but the mechanics. Sanctions operate through intermediaries and deniability and paperwork. A blockade does not. Seizure does not. Warships positioning near shipping lanes do not. When you move from indirect pressure to visible enforcement, you just narrowed the space for ambiguity and just multiplied the consequences. And this is a step change from leverage to compulsion. Once that line's crossed, control depends on how other systems end up responding, not on how forcefully the order was delivered, and those systems might not necessarily be under your direct control anymore. That is the test Donald Trump has now set for himself. Can escalation still translate into control, or does it now trigger resistance, instability, and blowback faster than compliance? Well, the campaign against Venezuela has been framed from the outset as a war on drugs, of course, hasn't it?